Welcome to the Teachable Soul podcast. I am your host, Kat Daniels, and today we have a very special episode from my son, who is 14, and he talks about traveling after COVID.
Hello and welcome to my podcast. Welcome to the quarantine brochure. Introduction music called Chimes by Inglewood and Jeff Cale. Today I will be discussing travel before and after quarantine happened. Now then, my name is Brian Raup, and let's get on with this. Today I thought I would talk to you about some places you might want to go after quarantine and COVID ends. The first place I thought I would talk to you about today is the place known as Switzerland. Even though Swiss cheese is Switzerland's main authentic type of cheese, Switzerland is not only known for the single type of cheese. It is also known for having the highest mountain in Europe being the Swiss Alps. Although Switzerland is located in Europe, Switzerland does not actually use euros or any other European currency that you would standardly see in other European nations. Instead, they choose to use Swiss francs for their own nation and their own nation alone. Switzerland might also be known for the large amount of languages it holds, as it holds German, French, Italian, and Romansh languages. Just in case you weren't satisfied with only visiting Switzerland as vacation from the previous information, Switzerland also ranks 8th highest per capita gross domestic product, and has been considered a tax haven, which simply means that Switzerland has very low amount of taxes and very high paychecks. If Switzerland isn't for you, which it might not be for everyone considering the cold-ish and rainy climate, then let's move on to the next location, Spain. Spain might look small on maps, but it's actually the largest country in the entirety of southern Europe. Although Spain is the biggest country in the entirety of southern Europe, Spain is only the 4th largest populated country, with 47.3 million inhabitants. Spain also holds 2 strands of small islands, also known as archipelagos, but you might know them as the Canary Islands off the coast of North Africa, and the Balearic Islands in the Mediterranean Sea. If you're the type of person that enjoys seeing countries' cultures, then Spain is also the place for you, as modern humans first arrived in the Iberian Peninsula, which is just Spain, 35,000 years ago. Other such examples of history, simply taken from Spain alone, are Greek, Celtic, Phoenician, and Carthaginian. Even with all these pluses, Spain is known for its hot climate, so maybe this isn't a place for you. So finally, let's move on to our last location of the day, Italy. Although Italy is a very small, boot-shaped island, it still shares land borders with France, Switzerland, Austria, and Slovenia. Even though Italy is a very small nation located in Europe, it is still the 8th most powerful military, which means if you decide to move here or even vacation here, you will be in safe territory. Italy, like Spain, has had its share of global history events too, but it is now a melting pot for art, music, literature, philosophy, science, technology, and even fashion. If you decide to go be a tourist in Spain, just be warned that you probably won't be alone, as Spain is the 5th most visited country in the world. Don't get too excited about going to each place though. As people decide to live in small towns, the streets and alleyways are decently cramped, so deciding to live there might end up with a shortcut to work being a short wall to work. The temperature and climate can also easily be affected, but even though most places are cold, Africa has heat waves which often blow up to the countries. So if you like heat or cold, then just get ready to prepare for both. Now then, I would like to thank the sponsor of this broadcast, TripAdvisor. If you need somewhere to stay for the night, then using TripAdvisor makes travel light. Now then, I think that is all for today, and I will see you next time.